All right, well, welcome everybody to the Bridgestone Firestone Demo Den. I'm Johnny Murphy, the Senior Sales Manager for Government Sales for Bridgestone. I do want to tell everybody that if you look directly behind you, you'll see this massive Firestone sign. We're very proud of that. You can't miss it. And you see our team over here, right there, the guy in the black shirt and the guy in the white shirt waving at everybody. Come by our booth, spend just a little time. We want you to also test your golf skills. We have a putting range in there. And I know it's difficult to say a putting range, but you can come by and you get 3 shots to win a sleeve of golf balls. It's actually really fun. It's part of what we do to show our appreciation to the NSA. Also, I think it's very appropriate that they're serving donuts over there, and we're talking tires. Both of them round with a hole in the middle of them. So I think it's appropriate that we're doing this at this time. We thank you all for coming out. We thank you most importantly for all that you do to serve our communities. And that's going to be the backdrop and a lot of the message that I share with you today is appreciation for how you impact the community, most importantly, how you respond to the community needs. I did want to start off, though, with a quick technical tip, okay? And this is for everybody in the audience, okay? Did you know that inflation pressure is the #1 indicator of how well your tires are going to perform? Let me give you a quick tip. A tire can lose up to 1 PSI per month just by sitting there. Did you know that? Okay. Did you know that most Pursuit tires, the average inflation pressure is around that 33 to 36 PSI range. So if that tire has been sitting there for 3 months without even being looked at, it could be considered flat, okay? It could be down 10%. Now, I know a lot of what you're going to say is, well, no, Mr. Murphy. We have TPMS on our vehicles. There is no possible way that could happen. Well, what does TPMS tell you? It doesn't tell you that your tire's going down. It tells you that the tire's flat. So by the time that little buzzer goes off, that little indicator goes off, guess what? You got a problem. And it never just goes off while it's sitting in the yard, does it? It always goes off in the middle of the road, and then the deputy has to find a place to get it aired up, or he has to take time out of his day to go get it fixed. So what I'm here to talk to you about is a little bit of education. First of all, there is no possible way for you to be able to determine just by looking at it, okay, that the tire's flat. It's impossible. Now, I do know a lot of our truckers have these little tire buddies. They'll go around and they'll hit that tire, and they swear by them, but it doesn't work either, okay? So the true only way to determine whether your tire is flat or not is by actually using an air gauge, okay? That's the bottom line. And so we recommend, okay, that on a regular basis, you determine what a regular basis is, you check your inflation pressure, okay, with a gauge, whether it's the driver, whether it's a mechanic, whomever it may be. That's our technical tip today. Make sure that you're taking inflation pressure seriously. I did have an agency call me one day, and they told me that my tires weren't working. They said, ever since we switched to Bridgestone and Firestone tires, our costs have skyrocketed, okay? So the first thing we tire people are going to do when you tell us that is we're going to come out and check your inflation pressure. Did you know that over 75% of the wheel positions on that yard were underinflated? Now, we use that as an opportunity to be able to do a little education. But it also is here to tell you that if you're not checking your inflation pressure and it's down 10 PSI, you could be losing up to 20% performance out of your tires. So check your inflation pressure. That's the first part of the day, and we appreciate that. That's a technical tool. I wanted to give you a little bit of history about Bridgestone Firestone. First of all, we always tell you this. Bridgestone Firestone are one company, okay? Bridgestone started in the 30s in Japan. Firestone, very familiar with them, started in the early 1900s here in the United States. Well, in the late 80s, Bridgestone really wanted to penetrate the United States market, so they purchased Firestone, okay? And in the early 90s, we started manufacturing Bridgestone tires in Firestone plants. That's where the connection point is there. So when we talk about Bridgestone Firestone, it's all one company, okay? Now, our Firestone brand has been associated with our Pursuit product for the majority of the time. And that's how we continue. So our Firestone Pursuit product is what we sell to you for the most part. We also have our Firestone Destination XT that goes on the Ford pickup trucks, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But that's how we came to be. That's how our company came to be. As we started looking at how we can best influence and promote and support NSA, we decided that we needed to go out and actually learn what you needed. So our company went out and started meeting with law enforcement agencies across the nation. And we found out a couple things. When you're looking for a tire, if you're a law enforcement leader, a sheriff, the first thing you're concerned about, number one, is safety, bottom line. But also, if you're a fleet manager and you have budgetary needs, you're also talking about performance. You want that tire. If you're going to spend money on it, you want it to last as long as possible, okay? But you can never forfeit the safety of it. So we decided that our way, our response, our definition of performance is going to be provide you with a product that allows you to respond to the community needs, okay, in a timely manner, but also gives you the performance and program pricing that you can have trust in and understand is going to meet your budgetary needs. So that's where we'll focus on today. We came up with a product. We came up with a slogan. Pursuit sometimes is a bad word. We know this. A lot of times throughout the nation, when you talk about pursuit, you're really only talking about going after the bad guy. But community response is more than that. Had a situation, and told this story a while back. My daughter was choking one evening, okay? And we called 911. At one point, I was able to actually remove the object, but the sheriff's deputy still showed up. Now, that's a response right there. There was no pursuit, but I guarantee you, he got there pretty quickly, okay, because he knew. He still showed up, came in to make sure we were okay. That wasn't a bad guy. There wasn't a crime committed. But I, as a community member, needed him to respond quickly, and he did it. So when we talk about our pursuit marketing, when we talk about what we offer you confidence in your response, that using our product is going to allow you to respond to the community needs in a safe manner for your deputies, but also in a safe manner for the community. We do this by establishing products with product technology and testing. I'm going to tell you about some testing opportunities in just a moment. Our original equipment partnerships, and our field support. You'll meet them in just a moment. Just to give you a quick overview, tires are more than just round black objects. They're actually pretty cool engineering opportunities here. The way we manufacture our tires, if you can see that, we put more support in the shoulders and in the bead. That's where the hinge points are, okay? When you're going through your normal activity, you're putting a lot of stress on the shoulders and in the bead, and guess what? If you're underinflated, those hinge points move down in the sidewall. You don't want them to move down in the sidewall. That's how tires blow out, okay? So keep that inflation pressure. But you can see where we reinforce in the shoulders and in the sidewall our product to be able to handle the aggressive nature of your application. These are some examples of some individual testing that we did against the competition, okay? You can see the application tore the tires up regardless, okay? Ours seemed to last a little bit longer and didn't have that much damage around 12 equal laps. Here's the really cool part. This afternoon, if you have not registered, you get to test these tires on your own at the Precision Cup driving event. If you have not registered, shameless plug, if you've not registered for this yet, go right over to that big Firestone, okay? There's a QR code, scan it, and get your time to come drive. You get to get in the vehicle, you get to drive around the track, one with Firestone, one with a competitor, and you get to do your own analysis. It's a lot of fun. You get to go fast. You get to make hard turns. You get to see what we're talking about in real world. I also wanted to inform you, we have a social and an environmental conscious level as well. We do use sustainable products in our tires. Now, I'll tell you straight up, in Pursuit tires, this technology is not available yet, okay? I'll be completely upfront. However, in our other products, we do honor the environmental responsibility that we do have. It's just not in the Pursuit product because we feel right now you need something a little bit more durable in that aspect. Okay. I mentioned That's the product and technology. I mentioned our relationship at the OEM level. If you've bought Tahoe and if you've bought Durango, our tires come original equipment. We are very proud of that relationship. And we want you to replace with Firestone product. I know a lot of you will. If it's good enough for that original equipment, it's good enough to stay on there, okay? And you're gonna see through your normal activity it is. This is the team that represents our entire, where we are across the nation. I've got 2 of the 3 over in the booth over there. We've got Steve Johnson representing California, and we've got Carl Crabtree representing the East right now. So you can see we've got you covered as far as an individual representation. But more importantly, we have dealers. We sell our products through the dealer network. You sometimes set bids through the dealer networks, okay? Our products go through those dealers. They're the ones that bring you the product, okay? That's a relationship that's very important for you to have because they're also the ones who are going to answer your questions about how your vehicles are performing, okay? They provide the program pricing that we help them with. These are some of the relationships we have. If you are in the light blue, you will notice that those are NASPO states. I don't know why we've lost some of the writing up there, but those are NASPO states. So if you are on the NASPO program, we're on there as well. We're contracted. If you're in one of the bright yellows, that means we have an individual contract with you, okay? And you can buy our products on that individual contract. Now, if you're in the gray, we may not have a direct contract with you, but we have a way that you can purchase. And again, it goes through our dealer mechanism. That's how we do it. We also have, as Greg Trosper mentioned yesterday, we have individual state partnerships with North Carolina, Florida, and Virginia. And we have special program pricing with them as well. So you've got the mechanism to buy. You know who to buy from. You know what to buy from. So we want you to come by our booth, see our program, see our products. We've recently added motorcycle tires to our portfolio. So if you have a motorcycle fleet, please come over, visit with us, take some information, and let's look at using the NASPO program or your individual contracts or your individual bids to start working together and developing a partnership. Remember, it's key. Identify the correct product for your vehicles. We hope it's Firestone, okay? Number 2, use and maximize the state pricing and relationship that you have. That's going to give you the best bang for the buck and allow you to maximize your budget as well. And then number 3, contact your dealer, work with one of us, and we will get you to a point where we can provide our mission statement, which remember, we provide safety, we provide trust based off a product that performs with a program price that's going to meet your budgets. Thank you very much, and we appreciate your time. Any questions for me? Thank you all.